All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Hunt. I'm an attorney in Florida and California. I'm also a Florida mediator and arbitrator and professor. If you need an attorney and you're ready to pay for that attorney, you can always go to the miamishark.com, share the miamishark.com, and contact us. Of course, we do charge for legal advice, but we do consultations and referrals for free if it's in the area of work that we perform. If not, of course, we will refer you to another attorney that can help you. This video is not legal advice. It shouldn't be considered legal advice. It doesn't make me your attorney. It's just to give you some information that might be helpful for a future time when you may talk to an attorney. That being said, I do longer paid videos. There's a link in my profile page where you can look for any type of video that I've created, and you can pay $10 for about 15 minutes worth of more detailed information on the specific area of law that you have a question about. Though those videos are not legal advice either, and they don't create an attorney-client relationship. You don't have an attorney-client relationship unless, of course, you have a signed contract with an attorney and they've agreed to represent you. I don't give free legal advice. So that being said, I wanted to tell you a little bit about discrimination and wrongful termination. Many people send me inquiries online and they say, I've been wrongfully terminated. That they haven't been wrongfully terminated. Wrongful termination is only if you're terminated in violation of the law. This video is about discrimination. So discrimination is covered by Title VII of the Florida Civil Rights Act. I'm sorry, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Florida Civil Rights Act, and Section 41, United States Code 1981, which is basically a catch-all for discrimination on race and color only. If it's not covered by other laws, then it would be maybe covered by Section 1981. There's also local laws and ordinances for different counties around the state of Florida and around the country that address the discrimination issue. Because, of course, you need 15 employees to be covered under Title VII of the Florida Civil Rights Act, but many counties lower that number 4, 5, 10 in order for there to be coverage and for you to be able to sue for discrimination based on protected class. Now, there is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Florida has the Florida Commission on Human Relations. Different counties have their own organizations that will investigate claims of discrimination. There are administrative requirements you have to go through before you can file in court. You have to wait time periods. You have to file within a certain time period. All those details are in my other videos that are paid, of course. The EEOC is responsible for protecting you from discrimination based on your employer mistreating you for your race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, transgender status, sexual orientation, national origin, disability for people over the age of 40, or for genetic information. Those are the categories, right? If you are being mistreated for another reason, the type of car you drive, your political affiliations, those things employers can discriminate against for. For example, not a discrimination, but maybe an apartment complex. Maybe an apartment complex doesn't want to rent to lawyers. I go in, I say, I want an apartment, I'm a lawyer. And they say, no, we don't rent to lawyers. That's not illegal. They're allowed to discriminate for many reasons. It's still discrimination, but it's legal discrimination. The EEOC only deals with illegal discrimination. And when I say 15 employees, actual W-2 employees. If you go to a lawyer, they're going to want you to name 15 employees. If they don't have 15 employees and they've only got 10 and they discriminated against you because you were pregnant and they fired you because you were pregnant, you can't sue them because they don't fall under the law anywhere. Many people don't understand these things, and there's a lot of things that I will discuss in my paid videos that will help you understand these things better. So what issues constitute unfair treatment, discrimination, or wrongful termination? If they're harassing you because you're a member of a protected class, you can't, it's not if you think you're a member of a protected class, if you think they're doing it because you're a member of a protected class, you have to know that it was because you were a member of a protected class. So they have to say something or do something. Or for example, they're treating you, a pregnant employee, different than everyone else. So they said, oh, well, now you're pregnant, so I'm gonna have to cut your hours. Or now you're pregnant, you're not gonna be here in a while, I'm just gonna replace you. You have to know and be able to prove that you're being treated different. Or, for example, everybody gets 10 hours of overtime every week, and I was getting 10 hours of overtime, but now that I'm pregnant, I'm not getting the 10 hours of overtime, but everybody else is. Or I'm African American and everybody that works there gets 10 hours of overtime, or everybody that works there gets a half an hour lunch break that's paid, uh, but I don't, and neither do the other African American employees. And so all of the white employees, all the Hispanic employees, all of the Chinese employees, they're all getting that half hour lunch break, and I'm not getting it, and they're getting paid for it. And so that's called disparate treatment. That means I'm being treated different. And I can prove that I'm being treated different because everybody that's not a member of my protected class is getting special treatment that I'm not getting. That's illegal. But you got to be able to prove it. You got to be able to give names, dates, times, exact things. Otherwise, you're not going to win. You're going to lose, and nobody's going to be able to convince a judge or a jury that you could win. Denial of a reasonable workplace change because of your religious beliefs or your disability. Disability discrimination has a lot of details. Religious discrimination has a lot of details. I do paid videos on those. You can go pay $10 and get a 15-minute education on that from me. Remember, not legal advice. And I'm not your attorney. Also, improper questions or improper disclosure of your genetic information, medical information, and then retaliation. Of course, your employer has the right to be notified that you feel you're being discriminated against. You have to do it in writing. You should do it in writing, so there's proof of it to human resources, to someone that's in charge that can actually take action. You got to say, hey, I'm being treated differently because I'm a member of a protected class. Here's my protected class. Here's how I'm being treated differently. Fix it. And if they don't fix it after you notify them in writing, then you file your charge with the EEOC. You give them about, 2 to 6 weeks or so in order to fix it. And if they do nothing and they don't tell you they fixed it, and you ask them and they don't tell you they fixed it, and it's still going on, then of course you file a charge with the EEOC, you wait the prospective period, you get an attorney like me, or have me refer you to an attorney in your state, and then you go through the very long and arduous litigation process, which takes 2 to 3 years. That's it for this video. Thank you.